So today we're talking about the dreaded fake kits, and talking about fake kits, I'm not saying that if you have bought fake kits that you're basically going to hell or wherever you believe bad people go to. It just means, you know, you went for that road. Now, fake kits are fake kits. They're not the best kits. They're not authentic, so you lose value in that. But again, there's nothing wrong with you going ahead and you're helping these sweatshops or markets continue on making fake kits that not only takes away the value from a kit for someone else when you get rid of it, but you're giving them an opportunity to make more fake kits. So please stop buying fake kits. Now, we've all bought fake kits. I'm not saying I'm the only one that's never bought fake kits. I've bought fake kits accidentally, and in the past when I was younger, I bought maybe 4 or 5 fake kits just because I couldn't afford it. And that's where I'm going to tell you today is that, yeah, look, we can't all afford kits, and we're all in our different sort of stages in our lives. If you want to buy kits, you will buy whatever is possible for you. So by all means, buy a kit that you can afford. But if you're going to buy a kit that's going to give you value, then by all means, make it worthy of your dollars. And yeah, today in front of me on this side, I've got a few fake kits that I've purchased over time accidentally, as well as markets or eBay. But my recent purchase on eBay, and it was a good purchase, was Allianz Lima. And what's it called? How can I say this? They're beautiful kits, and I'm so thankful that they are legit kits from the team. And a quick thank you to that guy on eBay who was honest. And that's where, when you buy kits online, make sure you ask these guys, mainly on eBay or Gumtree, send them messages, because they could sell it online as a replica or a club issue kit. You know, when I was in Thailand, I came across this kit. Now, funny story about the Everton kit. I don't even support Everton, but we were in Thailand at the time with my wife, and I think it was the time Marwan Fellaini just signed for United. And the bar we just found that they were showing the game, literally the only bar in the whole of that sort of region we were in, were showing the game. Next door was an Everton shop, or they were selling Everton kits, and I thought, oh, well, maybe it's a sign. I bought it, not knowing what fake kits and replica kits and any sort of kits back then were. I thought it was legit. Now, looking at it after a couple of years, you can see so many faults. And as I speak about the kits that I have here, I'll have a little close-up shot on the side, maybe on this side, don't want to cover this beautiful kit, of the details. I've got 5 sort of key features that I've asked a few local sellers that they look for when they look for kits, and how to spot a fake kit. So that will be how I describe these kits. So when I say that fake kits are bad, they are bad in the sense that they give no value to you or the person you hand them over to in the future. For example, if you're going to get rid of them and give them to a good home, say for example Salvation Army or a Goodwill, that person that gets them will be lied to, in a sense that they're thinking, wow, I found an amazing kit. And they're usually United, PSG, Inter Milan, AC Milan, all the top 20 teams in Europe or across the world. And you're basically just lying to others when you get rid of these kits. Now, with the kits I have had, I don't want to get rid of them because I feel bad almost giving them to a Goodwill, because again, they're going to go to someone who thinks they're legit. And for me, I've just kept them in a bag in the garage. Maybe I've worn them in the garden, but I want to do something with them in the future. So I've spoken to the guys at Unwanted FC. They make beautiful just pieces, just football items, collector items from legitimate kits. And I don't think we're going to do something for public, but I want to do something personal for me. I was thinking about cutting all these up and maybe making a blanket for my little dog, or even a pillowcase for this show here. Again, I do not condone selling these kits. So if you do have fake kits, do what you want with them, but please, for everyone else out there who wants to be a kit collector, yeah, don't sell them, because you're going to cause someone else some grief. Now, talking about fake kits, I went online a couple of days ago, and with COVID, I had to wait for this video. I purchased a few little kits here and there, and over time, I have accumulated some kits. Fake kits are getting really good now, to the sense that even though I've got a good collection on my left here that I've shown you previous 2 videos, it's really hard to spot them. So I'm gonna have 5 tips today to show you how to spot them. Just showing you this kit, from far you think amazing, wow, he's got a PSG kit here. But looking at a little closer, you can spot a lot of differences, as well as, you know, a lot of United kits. You think, oh my God, a beautiful kit. Again, there's small little differences. Usually my favorite way of spotting these errors is in the material. So again, in my little clip on the side, you'll get a little detailed shot. I have seen online, mainly YouTube videos, where people will buy these kits and usually DHgate or some sort of Chinese warehouse that has a website with a different name, footballkits.com or something like that. And they will promote the website. So for me today, I'm not in no way going to promote where these kits have come from or the shop in Thailand they came from. But I think from what I've written here, I want to make sure that if you are on eBay, if you are going to a market like I found my Lazio kit the other day, I want you to look at 5 sort of features on a kit that will tell you it is fake, that it is being remade in sort of a sweatshop sort of environment, but how to spot legitimate kits. And I cannot stress this enough, but in Australia, we've got currently maybe 4 amazing sort of sellers or kit collector sellers that are out there for you. So if you are willing to spend the money, if you are willing to look for a kit and you do not want to spend money online from overseas, say for example, classic football shirts, cult kits, there are guys in Australia at the moment like Polyester, vintage soccer shirts in Perth, you've got Pitside in Melbourne, and you've got Football House in Tasmania. There are amazing amount of people at the moment in Australia selling legitimate, authentic kits. So if you want something, please message those guys, as they do a lot of hard work to find legitimate kits. And I have spoken to a lot of them, what they do. So a lot of these notes today, are thankful to them with their help, because without them, we would be spending a lot of money on shipping costs. And again, I do love buying online, so thanks to Cold Kits for sending this over to me. By far the best kit, and it's going to have its own episode about this PSG kit. All right, first tip, needed that coffee. I honestly feel like I'm talking too much, so I need to get to the point. All right, first tip, if you can feel the kit and it already feels just lifeless, that is the clear indication that it is fake. Holding this kit right here, compared to all these and all the kits that I have, it feels lifeless. It honestly, you can tell the kit that it's fake or real from the first point. There is no way Adidas, Nike, Puma, or even the smaller brands out there, like your Calmays and stuff, would put this little attention to detail on their kits. A lot of my other tips are going to go into depth with the stitching and stuff, but again, looking internally, you can tell that in no way it is stitched correctly. The badge itself looks like it's about to fall off internally. Now, I know a lot of legitimate kits and fake kits have the tags inside, but I did come across a blog the other day saying that some legitimate kits don't even have the tags on the side about washables, and that the fake ones do. So again, just keep an eye on it. And for this one here, it's all in Chinese, so I can really tell that there is no way that United would have, or Adidas would have that, in their original kits. So as I said in the previous kit, stitching is a #1 indication of fake or replica like kits. Again, it feels lifeless. If you can sort of feel it in person, you have to make a decision straight away. But if you are looking at this online, I think the best thing to make sure when you spot something on eBay, because I know classic football shirts and all those other vintage shops won't sell fake or replica kits in a sense that they are fake. The best way to find out is if that seller on eBay or whatever online selling platform you're using, is if they're using catalog images that Nike or Adidas or anyone else out there has used for their kits. But again, if they are using their own images of their iPhone, always request a bit more from them. If they reply and are willing to send you more images, then you know that this seller is reputable or sort of, trustworthy. Again, if they do, they can always send you fake shots of that kit. When I say fake shots, I mean they will send you heaps of more shots with dim lighting. China asks for smaller details, for example, the neckline. You can tell already on this one with the stitching that it has been made by someone really poor, in a sense that there are little threads popping out from every corner. If we were to flip this kit inside out, now again, this is a kit that I purchased a long time ago, accidentally, and I was naive. You can tell that the Nike swoosh here is basically still got its little threads. I can literally pull it off and it falls apart. Again, feeling lifeless. So I think tip #2 would have to be the stitching. Kits online or in person that they are legitimate, authentic kits, is that Nike, Adidas, and a few other brands most of them actually would have sort of an identification code on their tags internally or on the bottom of their kit as so. Now, a lot of these kits that I have, it's funny enough, I don't even have a Barcelona kit here, but if you're looking closer to the tag, it says fcbarcelona.com. So if you spot that, you already know you've got the wrong kit. But with this one here, it has a number. If I was to type it into my laptop with a Nike sort of indication, then that will come up with the product code. Now, of course, a lot of online catalogs get refreshed over time just to fit future kits or future items for the brand. Now, with the Nike code, I'm just looking at my notes here. Nike codes from 2006 to 2008 would have a 6-digit code, but from 2008 onwards would have a 9-digit code. Again, when I search some of my recent kits, they've all come up. Any of the past kits, it's a bit harder to find because, you know, like I said, the catalog has been refreshed. So just keep an eye out for that. And again, if you can find a PSG kit or PSV kit or anything like that that has previously made online, you can check them out and compare them, so see if it's legitimate. Again, some of these kits that I have here, the numbers are almost the same, so it isn't something else that if you have a few on possession, you can sort of compare them and see the sort of similarities. Adidas has a 6-digit code as well from 2004 onwards. Now with these codes, again, they're not sort of trustworthy in many ways. You're just gonna have to find sort of, if you can see them in person, you'll be able to. But another thing that I've noticed with the internal tags with all these fake kits that I have in front of me is that there's numbers on them by pen. Now, I don't think Nike, Adidas, or any other brand out there would put this number. There is no way professionalism and that point would put number 12 on it. So you can already tell these are a part of a factory line in a sense that they're a sweatshop. When you are buying, try your best to just compare images, ask for more. And I think the color or just the sort of, you know, just the design elements of a kit can sort of prove that to you. And with this Red United kit, there's two tonal reds on this side. I think the sleeve, if you look close to the detail, is much more lighter red than the actual red on the main part of the kit. But looking closer in many ways, you can tell with the current technology for dry fit or climate cool that a lot of these fake kits will try and replicate either the stadium kits, the player edition kits, or for example, the fan edition kits. Now with this one, they've sort of tried to emulate the airways with the climate cool, and the technology is amazing, but starting from the chest on the right to the left, you can tell that the Adidas sponsorship badge on its right, is falling down from the sort of design. So you've got the little dots that bring air into the kit. They start on a little line and the A is under it, but the S is halfway above it. So again, it's small elements like that. If you have a great image online, zoom in, see what kind of sort of detail they have about that, and hopefully you can spot it out. Again, the best way to spot a fake amongst all these kits online at the moment is to pay attention to detail. Now with these two kits that I have right in front of me, they're not exactly the same kit, not the same year, but I've got both badges and you can already feel the difference in both badges. Now this is the current kit that PSG has, the beautiful kit that they've made that I spoke about in one of my previous videos, and this is one of their older kits. Now looking at the badges, and I'll put this on the side here, with the fake kit on my right, the A is in many ways affected by the printing, and on the legitimate authentic kit you can see that not only does the badge itself look, you know, hard pressed, but the stitching around the edges just show a difference to the legitimate kit. So again, when you have a photo online, just try your best to zoom in and see the best details possible. So apart from the 5 sort of little features on kits that you can spot out, when you're looking at a buyer online, usually eBay or Gumtree, make sure that they have at their bottom a refund policy. Again, I know if you're shopping on eBay, they currently do have a 30-day refund policy. And of course, when you're buying kits, try your best to use PayPal. If you're on a Facebook group that does exchange or sell kits, make sure that the buyer has a good reputation amongst everyone else in that group. I am a part of a few, and I can really tell some people trying to sell off fake kits. The best way to spot them is if they do say Western Digital or any sort of no refund policies. Now, of course, with COVID, it is pretty hard at the moment. So if you're watching this video in the future, this may not apply to you. But with COVID, a lot of people are trying their best to not do the refund policy. So just ask questions, be open and honest to people that you purchase kits from. Ask them, is this fake? Why are you not giving me a refund policy? The main thing is when you're buying kits, if you can buy a kit online and save $20, you know, there's many ways of saving dollars, but again, if you can buy a kit, try your best to go on these websites like your Classics and Cots, because they are going to have authentic kits and you're not going to get stooped or put in a position that you have this kit, then you have to try and offload it. There is no point spending $100 Australian dollars on a kit and then finding out that it was worth $30 previously. The best, again, way to sort of help this is not promote the fake kits in the sense that you're going to find something online and sell it again. So by all means, if you can, please try your best to buy kits from these respectful sellers. With now restrictions in Australia easing, I do look forward to probably getting creative with my videos, taking you out on the road, and my next video will hopefully be out a few days after this. Now, this beautiful kit on my right, I'm hoping to dedicate an entire video about it, the design behind it, sort of the sponsorships behind it as well, and who wore it. I know everyone's not a massive fan of this one. There's a lot of PSG kits that I'd love to talk about and own in the future. But again, if you have any ideas, please send them through. To all the comments on Twitter and Instagram, thank you so much for supporting my videos. And to everyone that follows me on YouTube, it means a lot. I know we haven't hit 1 million subscribers yet, but I hope to at least hit 100 the next few days. It is something that I look forward to creating. These videos are fun and they're a way for me to get my creative sort of juices out there. And again, I shouldn't have said juices, it sounds disgusting, but each video will get better, and each time I attempt to make something for you, the viewers, it makes me sort of happier to know that I'm helping a kit collector out there. And of course, to the gentleman Alesso who messaged me on Twitter, thank you so much for sharing my photos today on Twitter. It literally is the reason why I made this video. And again, thank you so much to everyone out there for supporting me. I look forward to making these videos, and yeah, like always, I hope to see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching, and ciao. Oh, so you made it this far. I just want to say a quick thank you to everyone who has helped me with this video. Polyester FC, Vintage Soccer Search, The Football House, Pitchside and Colt Kits for all giving me tips on how to spot a fake kit. Now again, all this will be in the video below and a downloadable Google Doc. Again, to the Unwanted FC idea that we had about creating a blanket or something for my dog, they do not work in an environment that sort of emulate fake kits. So this is something that we want to make for my dog. Again, I don't want to burn or throw these in the bin. I just feel really terrible about ruining these sort of items that could be given a second life. So I'm hoping that everyone out there understands that Unwanted only work in authentic kits. If you do have an authentic kit or want to purchase something from them, please visit Unwanted FC. And again, I look forward to making future videos. So thank you so much for watching this video.